Jeffrey Epstein was a wealthy financier with powerful social connections. His arrest for running a sex trafficking network involving underage girls shocked the world and exposed his ties to politicians, celebrities, and business leaders. Even after his death, questions remain about who knew of his crimes and the extent of his influence. Epstein's story is a web of money, power, and secrecy, raising issues of justice and accountability among the elite. The release of Epstein's emails has captured the public's imagination, as these documents could shed light on his extensive network. People are particularly interested in discovering the involvement of influential figures. This curiosity is driven by a desire to understand the extent of Epstein's illegal activities and who might have been complicit. The recent decision by Democrats in the United States House to release selected emails from Epstein's estate has fueled speculation. These emails allegedly suggest that high-profile individuals, including Donald Trump, were aware of Epstein's criminal activities. Such revelations could have significant implications, potentially affecting the reputations and careers of those involved. Emails are seen as crucial pieces of evidence, offering first-hand accounts of interactions and discussions. They can provide insights into what people knew and when they knew it. In the context of Epstein's case, this information is invaluable for both legal proceedings and public understanding. The public's interest in these emails is not just about uncovering new information, but also about holding people accountable. There is a strong desire for transparency, particularly when it comes to powerful individuals who may have exploited their positions. The release of these emails is a step towards satisfying this demand for truth and justice. The recently released emails from Jeffrey Epstein's estate have brought former President Donald Trump back into the spotlight. These emails contain allegations suggesting Trump had knowledge of Epstein's exploitation of underage girls. Such claims have reignited debates about Trump's past associations and his knowledge of Epstein's activities. One significant email, addressed to author Michael Wolff, mentions Trump allegedly asking Epstein's associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, to stop certain behaviors. This email, dated 2019, suggests that Trump was aware of the inappropriate activities occurring at Epstein's properties. This revelation has raised questions about what Trump knew and his actions, if any, to intervene. Additionally, another email from 2011 hints that Trump was a dog that hasn't barked in relation to Epstein's activities. The email suggests that despite spending considerable time with Epstein, Trump had not been publicly implicated or discussed by victims, including Virginia Giuffre. This lack of public accusation is noted with interest by both parties involved in the email exchange. These claims present a complicated picture of Trump's relationship with Epstein. While the emails suggest knowledge and proximity, they stop short of proving any direct involvement in the crimes. The ambiguity of these emails leaves room for interpretation and further investigation, keeping the controversy alive. After Epstein's emails were released, both Democrats and Republicans in Congress took action. Democrats led the initial release, seeking to expose Epstein's network. Republicans responded by releasing thousands of pages, calling for full transparency. In a rare bipartisan move, the House forced a vote to release all case files. These actions highlight the contentious and high-stakes nature of the case in Congress. In the wake of these allegations, Donald Trump has maintained a firm stance against the claims suggested by the released emails. The former president and his team have denied any wrongdoing, labeling the email disclosures a Democratic hoax. Trump argues that the accusations are politically motivated attempts to distract from other issues. Trump's response on his social media platform, Truth Social, was swift and dismissive. He accused Democrats of reviving the Jeffrey Epstein hoax to tarnish his reputation. The White House also stood by Trump, with the press secretary accusing Democrats of creating a false narrative by selectively leaking emails to the public. Additionally, Trump's defense has pointed to his past actions against Epstein. He has repeatedly emphasized that he banned Epstein from his Mar-a-Lago club due to inappropriate behavior towards female staff, including Virginia Giuffre. This is used to argue that Trump acted responsibly once aware of Epstein's misconduct. Despite these denials, the controversy continues to swirl. Trump's reaction, while firm, has not quelled public interest or media scrutiny. As more documents become available, the possibility of new revelations keeps the issue in the public eye, challenging Trump's narrative. Virginia Giuffre is a key figure in the Epstein scandal. known for her accusations against Epstein and his associates. Her role became even more significant after her name was mentioned in one of the recently released emails. Although she died by suicide in April 2025, her previous statements and legal battles continue to impact the ongoing investigations. Giuffre had been vocal about her experiences, detailing how she was trafficked by Epstein as a teenager. In various legal depositions and her memoir, she did not accuse Donald Trump of any wrongdoing. However, she confirmed that Trump had visited Epstein's house, adding, a layer of complexity to the allegations against him. The emails reference Giuffre, suggesting she spent time at Epstein's house with Trump. Despite these mentions, she never publicly accused Trump, leaving a gap between what is suggested and what is confirmed. Her tragic death has sparked renewed interest in her testimony, as it holds potential keys to understanding Epstein's operations. Giuffre's role highlights the human impact of Epstein's crimes. Her story is emblematic of the broader issue of sex trafficking and the exploitation of vulnerable individuals. As investigations continue, her past statements and the circumstances of her death remain important in the search for justice. The Epstein email saga is marked by a complex mix of claims, denials, and unknowns. The released emails suggest Donald Trump had some knowledge of Epstein's activities, yet they do not provide concrete evidence of direct involvement in any crimes. This distinction is crucial in understanding the current allegations and the responses they have elicited. Trump and his representatives have categorically denied any wrongdoing, framing the allegations as politically motivated. They argue that the selective release of emails is an attempt to create a misleading narrative. The lack of direct accusations from key figures like Virginia Giuffre further complicates the situation, leaving room for speculation. On the other hand, the Democrats' push to release these emails indicates a belief in their potential to reveal significant information about Epstein's network. They argue for full transparency, suggesting that the public deserves to know the full extent of the connections between Epstein and influential figures, regardless of political repercussions. Despite the denials and claims, many questions remain unanswered. What did Trump and others know, and when did they know it? As more information becomes available, the hope is to move from speculation to clarity, ensuring justice for Epstein's victims and accountability for any complicit parties. To understand the Epstein email controversy, it's important to break down the complex terms and concepts. Jeffrey Epstein was involved in sex trafficking, which means he illegally moved people, often young girls, for sexual exploitation. This is a serious crime, especially when it involves minors. Emails are digital messages sent between people. In this case, they are important because they can show what people were talking about and what they might have known. The emails between Epstein and his associates include names of well-known individuals, leading to questions about their involvement. Democrats and Republicans are two main political parties in the United States. They often have different opinions and approaches to issues. In this case, Democrats released some of the emails, while Republicans responded by releasing more documents to provide a fuller picture. It's crucial to understand that while these emails suggest certain things, not everything is proven. Some claims are still being investigated, and the truth is not entirely clear. As more information is released, the public will have a better understanding of the situation. The release of Jeffrey Epstein's emails has significant implications for both the political landscape and public trust. The ongoing revelations challenge the integrity of individuals who were once perceived as untouchable, highlighting the intersection of power and accountability. As more documents are scrutinized, the potential for new information keeps the public engaged. The emails have reignited discussions about the responsibilities of influential figures and their roles in systemic abuses. These discussions are not only about seeking justice for Epstein's victims, but also about preventing future exploitation. The demand for transparency and accountability extends beyond political parties, reflecting a societal push for ethical governance. Moving forward, the implications of these emails could lead to renewed legal actions and policy changes. The bipartisan support for releasing all documents suggests a collective acknowledgement of the need for full disclosure. This transparency may pave the way for reforms aimed at preventing similar abuses of power. The Epstein email saga underscores the importance of vigilance in holding powerful individuals accountable. As more information surfaces, the hope is for a clearer understanding of past wrongdoings, ensuring justice for the victims, and reinforcing the principles of accountability and transparency in society.